plants from the ocean were much more full of oxygen and much more life-giving than the plants that were growing on the sea. I mean, on the land itself. The exception may be barley grass and wheatgrass. Many people get chlorophyll, and they get the cheap chlorophyll. I think it's a company called World Organic puts it out. It's nothing but alfalfa. It's a very bulbous leaf, gives you a lot of chlorophyll, but it's not worth too much. When you start getting into these companies that give you the algae and stuff, or grow your own, or even get wheatgrass, which is very potent, barley grass, wheatgrass, organic, we have on our website some of the best green grass you can get with gold in it. We've got it both in the form of daily energy greens, which has 48 different things in there, nutritional, with 18 different kind of green things, and green things heal, and they make chlorophyll. Then we got for the special-minded, either in a tablet for capsule form or a powder form, broccoli, wheatgrass, organic chlorella, spirulina, and gold. So now you can get your heating green with gold, too. This is a way you can begin to help. And keep in mind, as a young lady, and you sound like a young lady to me, you got 3 lobes on that thyroid gland. Be very careful when you start getting iodized salt from sodium and all these fake salts and things like that, because your body will store it. And as your body is now going to fight against this radiation that's being breathed, you're going to have to be very careful where you get your green things from. We already got some good ones for you. Just go up to our website.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, I got to say this. Thank you, Sister Shayla. Dr. Blair, I did a show earlier this evening. Sister Shayla is ready, okay? The young spirit is 17 years old. That's certainly an old soul, as you told us one time. The babies actually are the older souls, and she is definitely on it, sister. You stay on the journey. You are looking for truth, and whatever you're looking for is looking for you. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, that was beautiful, brother.
Yes. She very, very insightful. Do you have any other call-ins for Dr. Blair?
I sure do. They keep coming in. We've got area code 215. Hello?
Area code 215. Thank you for calling. What's your name, and what is your question for Dr. Blair?
Yes, hello. My name is Adam, and I definitely want to thank you for taking my call. I have a question, definitely have a question for Dr. Blair. I remember he mentioned the Lumerians and the Olmecs. My question is, were they the same people, or were they in battle? And if not, who were they in battle with?
Well, you know,
I'm sorry.
Now I'm gonna do some purposing. We're gonna have this thing loaded up next Thursday. For the Moors.
Let's say it now before you go on, Dr. Blair, real quickly. If you guys listening, if this is what you want, you're invited to send me an email. Send us an email and let us know. I mean, I know personally Dr. Blair could spend probably another 10 years talking about the other brothers and the other beings. So by all means, we can do a show dedicated to some of these things. But going ahead, Dr. Blair.
For the Moors, and I am Bay, okay, yes. Islam on that. The Moors that came out of Mauritania and Morocco that came into Europe, went into Etrusca and into Ionia, which we now call Italy, and all these kind of things, were people who understood an advanced type of science. But the Moors, who came from the Moria in the Pacific, sometimes called Pan, sometimes called Mu, are the ones now where you get that title from. They were the ones that did battle. They were the black people that we see in history. That is one of the reasons now why Wagapan, which we now call Hayapan, from the Ryukyu Islands, Japan, had big battles with the Chinese. See, we don't understand the origin of the slant-eyed people. And I'm not saying that disparagingly, so nobody come back. They call us slant-eyed. No. They've had battles amongst themselves. They have 7 rays to the sun flag of Japan. But they understand all of this thing. They forgot what started their battle. But now they are coalescing together. Their land will go down, but they will be on other people's land because they've earned that right. Everything is everything, as the brothers in the street say. But we must understand, everything now will be revealed. The thing is, though, as they said in A Few Good Men, can you handle the truth? I doubt it.
Very good. Thank you so much, caller. Dr. Blair, there is a, Brother Adam, thank you again for being part of the experience. Question in the chat room. Question for Dr. Blair. Before we can ascend to the 5th dimension, don't we have to master the lower realms before we ascend? Or can that be bypassed alone by right food and higher consciousness, etc.? And when do we know? This is another question, but it's part of the same. When do we know when we have mastered the lower realms?
You are what you think, eat, and drink. No more, no less. Soul food does not begin to be mashed potatoes, hog maws, pig feet, pigtails. That is death food. Soul food is liquids, high vibrating thing where it does not take your energy to process it, but gives you energy as it's being processed. Everything you need to know, especially if you have high grades of melanin, which means darkness, and so you need to know by going within. You need to go not to me, anybody else. When we go without, then we don't go within. When you go within, you can go without.
Very good, very good. We have a few minutes left. Callers that are remaining, we ask that your question is brief and direct and to the point so that Dr. Blair can answer as many as we have in the short amount of time we have left. Next caller, Brother Maurice.
We had a call that ended up dropping off.
Okay. Okay. Well, perhaps they got their question answered.
Please call and feel free to call back. If anybody that is on up, we've got one. We've got a call from 313.
Okay, 313 caller. Thank you so much for calling in. What's your name and what's your question for Dr. Blair?
Steve, how's the family doing tonight?
Fine, brother. How are you doing?
Doing fine.
All right. How you doing, Dr. Delbert Blair? You're a major contributor to the high sciences of the ethers world and the ancestors. I just want to give you a great shake for that. And I've been studying you for a long time now, and your information is amazing and it's helpful. My first question of they're combating the diet, they're attacking us through the diet now with the Monsantos and a lot of the GMOs. How bad would that affect me if I'm not I can see my diet is kind of it's on an up and down balance. I can see they're combating with I think they're they're feeling the energy that we're waking up right now. And me and my cousin, we've been studying on a diet. Like I said, they shut down a lot of hello?
You're still talking. I think you're on.
Yes, you're still here.
So I just wanted to say, what would be the effect of, sometimes not eating properly, how would that affect your ascension?
Well, I think what I've already said, you have to find
soul food and the meats. I'm talking about not just eating, period.
Okay, you've already answered your own question. You said if the food may not be good, and you went on to enumerate. That means in your consciousness, you know it's not good. Now, the thing is, can you afford proper food? Yes, but you can't afford proper food and improper food because your money's not going to stretch that far, and if it can, then buy the proper food anyway. Breaking old habits is difficult. Many other people, of course, already have what they want to call parasites in their system from wrong eating. And the parasites have laid eggs. And when you get enough eggs, they will make you eat what they want. That's why you get cravings and can't control it. In addition to which, many people have chips in them. That's another whole ball game and another whole show we could do again.
Yes, sir.
You already know within what you should do and not do. And all you have to do is just ask yourself about it. The thing is, can you walk the talk? Or can you just talk the walk?
Yes. I said earlier, Dr. Blair, and I've heard you say so many times I've lost count, you got to make some choices. You have to make some choices. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what we have to do. There's no shortcuts. I will say this, you've talked already, we will do a show. We will definitely do a show about the Space Brotherhood and some of the other races of beings that are present on this planet and out there in the cosmos. But is there any help for us? Now, although they told, you said earlier, some of the off-worldly beings told the United Nations they're not going to interfere, but is there help for us, one of us who are trying to do the right thing or trying to, or not trying, but seeking the divine purpose? is there help for us, or is it as a collective, or is it going to come on an individual level, or what?
So as man thinketh, so is man being. Whether man be womb man or man, as you think, you produce what you are, because the mind always controls or affects the body. Our planet's mind is changing. The planet is not losing her mind. She's gaining the sanity of getting rid of those parasites who have held her back. The cleansing is going on. If you're going to be, since we are nothing but mitochondria anyway, are you a free radical cell, scavenging and doing everything you can and then polluting on your planet? Or are you a specific cell doing what you're supposed to do, as the things you said when you were born here you would do? We already know the answers to that. Many of us are spoon-fed. Many of us are so scared that we stand for nothing. If you have a fence and you straddle that fence and somebody moves 1 foot, your crotch is gone. If you put your head in the sand, you know what end is sticking up. You already know what you're doing right. Do you have the courage to do wrong or right, or face the consequences? That's what this show is called, Truth or Consequences. I say face the consequences for lying to yourself.